Hey Pisces, honey, welcome to the Luz Lemire channel. I will be doing your guidance for the month of September. General guidance. I will be doing a love guidance and also a prosperity, finance, career, money, blah blah blah. That, the green guidance sometime later. So if you are subscribed, you are keep on a lookout for that. If you're not subscribed, you might want to subscribe so you get notified when those videos come out. I figured I'd just do it that way, easier for people who aren't really interested in love can get the money. People who aren't interested in the money can get the love, so it's separate, and you don't have to watch like an hour-long video, and it's easier for me, I think, maybe too. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. This is different. I read quite differently from other readers. My Pisces, my Pisceans. So if you enjoy it, I would encourage you to stick around. If you don't, I would encourage you to find other readers. That you know you enjoy more. If this resonates, cool. If it doesn't, hey, can't win them all. This is for September guidance, so it may be a situation that comes up sometime during September, and this is your guidance, or it's a situation that is for just the overall guidance, rather, for the month itself, right? How to handle the general month. I'm so sorry about this lighting situation here. Um, you get a beautiful golden hour type reading, I suppose. So let's get into it, shall we? May I please have access to guidance for Pisces for September 2018, please? Hey, I heard you were a wild one. Ooh, why? If I took you home, you'd be the wrong one. Show me how you do. I'll shut down my club with you. Bellas. Hey, I heard you like them wild ones, wild ones, wild ones. Ooh. Huh? What's going on, Pisces? What's up? What's up with that song? Wild ones? Singing where the wild things are. Seeing the movie, The Wild. She's in the wild. What's going on, Pisces? You getting wild? You getting buck wild? You going in the wild? What's going on? That's interesting. Pisces, general guidance, please, for the month of September 2018. Are you being wild? You attracting some wild things? That's funny. Alright. Another wild card? That's... You afraid of the wild? What's going on? You going somewhere? You going camping? That's actually really cool. Initially, what I'm feeling is you're overcoming certain fears. Oh, come on, I hate this lighting situation. This is not cool. Let me see if there's something I can do about that. You are overcoming some fears in September. Um, you're overcoming some fears in September, and the thing that's going to help you overcome these fears is your passion. You'll be listening more so to yourself. So if those fears have been coming from other people or what's happened with other people in the past or whatever that might mean to you, you'll be moving through that, or at least attempting to do that this month in September. Which is nice. I do feel like you are a lot more open to what's yours and you are meticulously looking at things, because of course you still have those fears, but in order to overcome them, you might be looking at, okay, what are the actual things that I need to be doing? How can I do them? And really taking it a step at a time. I feel like you are overcoming a storm of sorts, but let me. Hmm. Yeah, vulnerability born of fear may lead you to being taken advantage of. Huh. Okay. I feel like you are overcoming this month. This doesn't feel like what it is going to be. I feel like in the month of September, so let me explain. These two cards are not great in this position. I'm not going to lie to you. But goblins is where your fears, your demons, your doubts, your self-doubts, like all that stuff, the negative self-talk, like that's you doing that to you. But I do feel like this is born from somewhere. This is born from, it's in the wild, right? Now you're embracing the wild ones, and in those, how you're embracing the wild things, those wild thoughts, is you moving through it with passion. Your passion is strong enough now. This light is your passion fire coming to burn through those goblins and burn through that wild brush, so it paves a path for you now that you're wide open to doing what you need to do, and now that you kind of have a bit of a plan, or you have a bit of insight onto whatever this thing is for you. But I feel like you are really stepping into your own here with whatever has been stopping you. Now with this protecting treasure, it talks about also your vulnerabilities. It's where if you believe you found some kind of protective refuge, be aware that there may be a price to pay. Sometimes we do seek protective refuge in our discomforts, in our doubts, in our fears, in our negative self-talk. Oh, I'm too dumb, I'm too stupid, I never went to school, I never finished school, I don't have this, I don't have that. Like whatever. I don't have I don't have a like you whatever, right? Whatever I don't have, whatever lack you have, this is where the goblins live, and sometimes, often, actually, it's safe there. It's a safe place to be because you don't have to be open to, what's coming in for you. So, this I feel like you do become open. This could be, I don't know. I feel like this is this could be towards the end of the month. This could be during the month. Like, this could be just the general power of September, where you're like, man, fuck that noise, because truly it is noise. I feel like it feels like past to me. It feels like something, I feel like I've conquered it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I've overcome this. So I feel like you have overcome this, or you will be overcoming this, or you really are towards the tail end of overcoming this and having your passion really blaze through the brush in the wild. Um, yeah. Be true to your dream and remember that the angels will bring the right people your way to further the path of your highest good. Remain cautious and be conscientious of the give and take in all relationships and projects at this time. Don't give away the farm for a smile. I don't feel like you will be. I feel like you're really stepping into you this September, and making boss moves with clarity. After all this time and the negative self-talk, you know what your weaknesses are to a point, and are burning through them, burning through the parts of you that you feel are weak. And by that, I don't mean it in a negative way. That's funny, never ending story. This is essentially the same. It's great. Anyway, um, I feel not in a negative way. I feel like you're moving through the stuff that has been holding you back. But the stuff that has been holding you back has been helpful, right? Hey, I heard you like the wild ones, right? Like, it's a song where it's like, whoa, you like wild ones, and I'ma be wild. This is where you see your goblins and you raise them. You say, all right, I see you, and I'm gonna raise you. Not raise you as a child, but take it and say, you know what? Like, this negative self talk of, I don't have the degree, I don't have the skills, is where you say, okay, well, what skills would I really need? Like they've helped you blaze through with your passion. So your passion grows the more wild it eats up, because the wild has actually helped you prepare the details, the facts that you need as you move forward. Um, the brush has, then you're open to it. That's awesome, Pisces. Come through. You're doing it. I feel like you're not listening to the naysayers. I don't say that often, but I feel like you're listening to you and your passion, like your intuitive self. You're you. Um, and serendipity slipped out, and go of a distance slipped out too. So this is gonna be quite a journey, but it's also a fortuitous journey. It's a journey that you do gotta take. With this piece in reverse here, it's it's reminding me that you'll probably feel like you've stepped out with certain people. And by that I mean like fallen out, but not even fallen out in like a, oh, we can't, la 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 la, like a big to do. It may be a big to do for some of you, but it feels like if the negative thoughts have been fed through you from other people, if they've been fed from you, from how you grew up, your past experiences, or even people who are currently in your world, right? Of healing family, I'm picking up like healing family issues from this. This is like, you saw someone who you cared about, a parent, they go went through a really tough relationship or tough work situation or whatever. This might mean a tough whatever, and it impacted you. I feel like you'll be loosening that effect. You'll be loosening that effect and even a little bit of that bond, and separating your relationship with this person, these people, um, as this is them and this is the experience. I'm gonna take this experience of theirs and chuck it. It's not serving me anymore. It's out of alignment for me. Um, I feel like that's new. That's new. What? Yeah, now is the time for calmness and well-being in spite of temporary conditions. Even if there are dissonant notes in the music of your life, all that means is you must go within and fine-tune the extraordinary instrument that you are. This too shall pass. So, whatever the situation is, if you aren't in the wide open space, if your passion has yet to set ablaze to the forest that's around you, in September, possibly then, for some of you, towards the tail end of September, it will. And what a blaze it'll be. So if it hasn't yet, it will. It's coming. I feel like that's also another message of the peace card here, reminding me to say that for some of you, you came into September with a damn blaze, and you will be parting from certain people. Like if oh man, so many stories. It's like the same story, but it's like layered, right? It's like there's a group of people, and you have certain, oh, people like us type things, right? If this resonates. People like us don't dot dot dot. People like us don't boo 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 boo. And that could be where some of those goblins are. There's a group of people here. There's a group of goblins here. There's one, there's one, there's one. It's a grouping. Those are thoughts, but they're also born from something like I was mentioning earlier. Here are a group of people who you won't be listening to. You won't be letting your friends help you. And I'm not saying they're not friends. I'm just saying this community that you're in, you're going to be stepping away from it. And you might feel abandoned, you might feel alone, but it's also something where you've outgrown that space. You've outgrown the type of talk that this group of people or this situation, this environment, um, has for you, and your passion will be moving you through. So allow it to. Allow yourself to be open. Allow yourself, that's crazy. Allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself um to open yourself up for passion, to open yourself up for what's coming to you, to open yourself up to the possibilities of where your path might be leading you this month, or whatever this thing might be for you this month. Allow yourself to look at the details and move with them, the fine details. Allow yourself to just be open to the possibilities of what could potentially be yours this month in September. Yeah. Make small but meaningful gestures or add a personal touch. What you need to know about the situation lies in the details, okay? Pay attention to the. If you're entering into some sort of something this month, pay attention to the details. Look at how things are. And that might save you from maybe entering into a goblin type situation. But I feel like your guidance this month is to allow, and be open to receiving and allowing yourself to feel the passion, allowing yourself to move with the passion, but also to finesse it, right? Like, don't give yourself to, not reckless abandon, I'm just saying, like, allow yourself to move with the passion, but also be detailed and cautious and curious about, what this is and what it isn't. So, like I said, there's going to be a love reading, there's going to be a money reading for Pisces this month. And if you want to be hip to that and you're not subscribed, you might want to subscribe so that you do get that on your timeline. You don't have to look for it. And I feel like there's something else. I just don't know what actually. Yeah, I feel like you're overcoming something. You're getting back a bit of your own. Like, whatever you lost in the past, bleh, is here to challenge you and to see you as, just like I was saying with that, if something happened in your past with like a parent or whatever. It doesn't have to be a situation, but if there's been a situation with a certain person or situation in your world, this is longer because I'm also a Pisces moon, and so I feel like my guidance really likes to, like, you gotta get this message. I'll have to listen to this at some point, but it's where you then separate the experience from the person on how they affect you. So you look at this person and say, oh, I don't want to end up like that. But then because you don't want to end up like that, it really brings you to a fear state. It brings you to a state where you're not doing certain things or being a certain way. And it's where this person is going to be in your life. So I'd say family, like a parent. So you separate them. They're here and this is their experience within yourself. And you say, this experience has really impacted me, but I don't want this anymore. This is what I feel like you'll be doing this month. You'll be chucking that and saying, okay, bye. But from that, you've also learned and you've gotten things from that, from their experience, and maybe even your past experience, that you then get to use moving forward positively for yourself. Whatever the situation is about for you, whatever it rings true. But it does feel like you are getting back a bit of your own. And that's for you to move forward with. You'll repeat the past if you don't reclaim the things that you believe were lost. So I feel like you will be doing that. Allow yourself to. Yeah, if you're looking for the details, it might lie in your past. Yeah, and be open to doing things differently than you did them in the past. And that differently might even be about intention. That differently might be about saying what you need to say and disconnecting. Or, like, being open to what is said as opposed to starting a fight. Whatever different means. You can do the same action, but do it differently. Yeah. Just don't do exactly what you did, right? You might get a different result. But also, it might be that the situation itself is different and what you did then may actually be the thing that you need to do now because it's more appropriate now. You know what the situation is for you. Trust your guidance and use that to move you through. If you would like a personal reading, there's information for that in the description box below. And I wish you the best of luck. Allow and be open to it, though, whatever it is. Okay? Bye. Have a great one. Keep your light on.